The nights are always the hardest when the silence gets loud enough to hear. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, counting the irregular rhythm of the house settling, the refrigerator humming, the distant traffic outside. It is a comfort, usually. The mundane noises of a world that is asleep, a world that is safe. But tonight, the air in your bedroom feels heavy, stagnant, like the air inside a sealed tomb. You toss the covers aside, your skin sticky with sweat despite the chill creeping through the window, and you decide that what you need is perspective. Just a glimpse of the outside world to remind yourself that the sun will rise, that the stars are still fixed in their tracks, that everything is normal. You walk to the window. The floorboards are cold against your bare feet, a sharp, waking shock. You don't turn on the lamp, you know the path by heart. Your hand finds the curtain, the fabric rough under your fingertips. You hesitate for just a second. A flutter of irrational nerves. It's just a window, you tell yourself. It's just the night. You pull the fabric back. The moon is full. It hangs there, impossibly large, closer than it has any right to be. It dominates the skyline, a pale, bruised eye in the velvet dark. At first, it is beautiful. The craters are visible with the naked eye, a sprawling landscape of gray and white, stark and detailed. It feels like you could reach out and touch the dust on its surface. But as you stare, the beauty begins to curdle, turning sour in your mind. It looks less like rock and more like texture. Like skin. The light hitting your floorboards isn't the gentle silver you remember from childhood. It's harsh, clinical. It casts shadows that don't align with the angle of the window. The shadow of the curtain latch falls sideways, defying the logic of the light source. You blink, rubbing your eyes, but the geometry of the room stays wrong, twisted by that lunar glare. Then, the nausea hits you. It's a rolling wave of sickness that starts in the pit of your stomach and climbs up your throat. It's not vertigo. It's a biological rejection, a primal instinct screaming that what you are looking at is not a celestial body. It is an organ. It is watching. You try to look away. You try to close the curtains. But your hand won't move. It's not that you are paralyzed. It is a choice. A deep, seductive whisper in the back of your mind that says, wait. Just one more second. Look a little closer. See what it's trying to show you, You notice the craters shifting. It is subtle, like clouds moving across a still pond, but the movement is beneath the surface. The gray masses roil and pulse. A dark shape stretches across the lunar face, vast and jagged, and for a moment, it looks like a coastline. Then it looks like a hand. Then it looks like a face, screaming in silence. You feel a pull. A physical gravity dragging your chest forward against the window pane. The glass is cold, almost painfully so, and it vibrates with a low-frequency hum that rattles your teeth. The sound is like a submerged bell tolling miles underwater. Gong. 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 You realize with a sudden, heart-stopping clarity that the light isn't just illuminating your room. It is searching it. The beams are solid, tangible things, sweeping across your carpet like the spotlights of a prison tower. They move over your bed, over your desk, over the closet door. You look at the closet. The door is slightly ajar. You always keep it closed. You are certain of that. The nausea intensifies. You can hear a wet, slithering sound coming from the closet, like raw meat sliding against wood. But you cannot turn your head. Your neck is locked, your muscles seized by the same invisible force that keeps your hand on the curtain. You can only look straight ahead, at the moon, and watch the reflection of your room in the window glass. In the reflection, you see something standing behind you. It is tall, pale, and emaciated, its limbs too long for its torso. It is swaying gently, side to side, matching the rhythm of the moon's pulsing light. You want to scream, but your throat is closed. You want to run, but your feet are nailed to the floor. The fear is a cold weight in your gut, heavier than lead. The thing in the reflection steps closer. It reaches out a hand along, spindly fingers that end in too many joints and places it gently on your shoulder. You feel nothing. No pressure. No warmth. But you see it in the reflection. You see the hand sinking into your flesh, passing through skin and muscle as if you were made of smoke. You see its fingers wrapping around your spine, inside your body. The voice in your head gets louder. It isn't a whisper anymore. It sounds like your own voice, but stripped of empathy, stripped of humanity. It wants to come in, your voice says. Asterisk, it wants to trade places. It's so cold out there in the dark. It's so lonely. Let it in, asterisk. The moonlight intensifies, burning your retinas. The face in the moon, the one that looks like Ita's screaming, seems to rush towards you, the surface of the moon expanding until it fills the entire window, until the glass is gone, until there is nothing between you and the void but a thin veil of atmosphere. You see the truth in that moment. The moon isn't a rock. It isn't a planet. It is a shell. A cocoon. And whatever is hatching inside has been staring at you for millennia, waiting for the glass to break. The reflection moves. The thing behind you leans its head over your shoulder. You feel its breath, a cold, smelling of ozone and ancient dust on your ear. Don't look, the thing whispers, using your mouth to speak. But you can't stop. You can't blink. You watch as the surface of the moon cracks. A fissure of pure, absolute blackness opens across the face of the white orb, and from that darkness, a single, massive eye opens. It is yellow. It has a vertical pupil. And then, you understand the silence. The world hasn't been asleep. The world has been holding its breath. The nausea vanishes, replaced by a profound sense of acceptance. The fear drains away, leaving you light, hollow. You realize you aren't the one looking at the moon anymore. The moon is looking at you, and it likes what it sees. Your hand finally moves. But you aren't closing the curtains. You are unlocking the window. The latch clicks open. The sound is deafening in the quiet room. You slide the window sash up. The night air rushes in, but it doesn't smell like trees or damp earth. It smells like copper and salt. It smells like blood. You climb up onto the sill. The carpet of your bedroom is far below you now, distant and unimportant. The moon hangs directly before you, filling your entire vision. The eye in the center of the crater blinks, slowly, and you feel a rush of love so powerful it brings tears to your eyes. It is a Mothra-esque love. A Predatora-esque love. You step out into the air. There is no fall. You do not drop. The gravity of the moon catches you, pulling you upward, a silver thread reeling in a fish. You float higher, leaving your house, leaving your street, rising towards the cracking face of the white orb. As you ascend, you look down one last time. Your house is small. A toy box. And standing in the open window, looking up at you with a wide, hungry smile, is the thing that was wearing your skin. It waves goodbye, its joints bending the wrong way, before it turns and walks back into your room, to close the curtains, to turn off the lights, to wait for the morning sun. You are almost there now. The surface of the moon is hot, pulsing with life. You can hear the scratching of a billion tiny claws beneath the shell, waiting to be born. The last thing you see, before the white light swallows you whole, is the thing in your bedroom turning off the lamp.